Alright, this is Defenders 52 by the deceased writer Anthony Davis and the currently still living artist Kevin Giffen. Good issue, good fun. This is a good comic. But yesterday I said I intend to record an album, and I need to clarify, I will not ask for your money or expect any of you to listen to it. I'll just put it out there. I might mention it once or twice, and you can listen if you want, and that is that. I will never ever ask for money or stuff like that. I will not become some guy shilling his projects. I am thankful some people watch me videos, and that is enough for me. I didn't want any more than your attention for a few minutes a day, and maybe a thumbs up rating. So Hulk, he is fighting Seaman, one of his former teammates. Velcro is on the cover, even though she's not part of this plot line. And with Seaman, I think it's part of the found nostalgia thing for the original Defenders. But people tend to forget, Seaman actually left the team really early on, in issue 14. And he didn't really come back until now. And he's wearing a cape, which is deliciously funny, with the rest of his costume just being a set of green trunks. This is Kevin Giffen's last story on the series. He had been the artist since issue 42, and he sadly doesn't see this arc through to its end. So savour the really Jack Quimby-esque Hulk faces while you have got them. Seaman and his cape, they have come to New York to whinge about pollution, and he straight away ends up fighting Hulk. And Hulk, he was just enthusiastic about seeing his friend again. Seaman's cape falls off during the fight. I always thought Seaman was supposed to be sticky. Lowbrow jokes today after yesterday's low-effort stand-up routines. Have you ever heard of Jack Quimby? Kevin Giffen gans full-on Jack Quimby clone at points in his run on Defenders, especially when it comes to this stuff, when it comes to Russia and their secret experimental lab. Former Defenders member Russia Girl, she is gone through some shit. This plot isn't flattering to anyone, but I have some sympathy for Anthony Davis. He obviously wanted to do stories with this character, but Gary Conman, in his short run, he had written the character out in a way where she had to go back to Russia. So Anthony Davis tries to keep her present in the book. Oh, that is a pun there, present. But it is at the expense of her losing all her agency and her free will. I will avoid the R word, rape, because I use it far too much. And it sometimes sounds like I am saying rate. But there is a strong element of it with poor Russia Girl. It is in service of this really great bad guy, Present. And come on, this splash page is so ridiculously Jack Quimby, it hurts. Present, he is a Russian scientist who is going to become a nuclear-powered threat. And he has taken Russia Girl as his consort through the means of mind control. And then her own transformation will rob her of most of her personality. R.I.P. Russia Girl. She was an intriguing character while she lasted. Back to the Defenders. Hulk and Seaman fighting. Lots of fun here. Great stuff. I do pick fault with Seaman. Seaman is to blame for this. He was adamant on going to Fantastic Force to moan about the radiation leakage into the sea, when he could have gone to, or at least been open to going to, the Defenders, and this fight could have been avoided. Two of our other Defenders are busy in their personal lives, Batman and the Cat. I should probably mention how Marvel are having Iron Man marry the Cat now, which is terrible. One writer came along and has forced the Cat into being a major Iron Man supporting character, and now his would-be wife. It's terrible on so many levels. And worst of all, to me, is how come it's okay for one writer to insist on a major Marvel character marrying their pet character, but Spider-Man still cannot be married to Mary James. It'll also be the Cat's third marriage, and likely a third divorce, because part of Iron Man's flipping character that most people define him with is that he is a ladies' man. Disgusting run. I think Iron Man also became a cosmic god in it, and Eternity and all the other abstract deities, they condoned that, and they encouraged it and acted like he was their equal. But this is a good comic from the late 70s. And up here is Seaman's seldom used electric eel powers. This genuinely might be the last ever time they were used. This comic is getting a recommend from me, and that is before Dollar Bill even showed up. We have a subplot. Velcro, she has enrolled at college, and she has befriended a comic relief supporting character. Velcro is stuck in a college subplot for the rest of this story arc. Seaman settles down and tells the Defenders how Soviet nuclear experiments have started polluting SeaWorld, and they realise Hulk's immunity to radiation could allow him to enter contaminated zones, and that is where the issue finishes. This one is a great adventure story, and it begins with a big balls to the wall fight with Hulk and Seaman. Truth be told, I have never read the final part of this, so I am looking forward to finally seeing how it resolves, and I hope that despite imminent art changes, it manages to satisfy me. 7 thumbs up.